Deport to the people we shine. Giving fans what they need. Caribbean spirit, let's succeed. Every show with a good deed. Together we plant the seed. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight. Making waves across the seas. Love and joy in the breeze. Ride along live if you please. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to island strong, with the host we belong. Energy high, heart so bright. Tune in, feel the light. Global love taking flight. Every ride a sheer delight.
Looking for the perfect pre-carnival fete? Then get ready for Rhythm and Spice, a Rotary brunch experience happening Sunday, June 28th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Enjoy an afternoon of bold flavors, vibrant rhythms, and unforgettable vibes featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, plus guest artists and DJs. Early bird tickets are just $200 and available now on GoToFet.com. Dress code brunch chic, island elegance with spice-inspired tones. Hosted by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Proceeds support Rotary community projects. Rhythm and Spice, Sunday, June 28th, Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Sip, savor, socialize, support.
So, you just landed at Maurice Bishop International Airport in beautiful Grenada and need a taxi? You probably just realized that Uber doesn't work here. That's right, Grenada doesn't have Uber. But don't worry. Instead, locals and visitors alike use RideGo, the fastest growing rideshare app on the island. With just a few taps, you can request a safe, reliable, and affordable ride anywhere in Grenada. Whether you're heading to your hotel, the beach, a restaurant, or exploring the island, RideGo has you covered. No waiting, no guessing, no hassle. Download the RideGo app today and experience transportation the modern way. RideGo, moving Grenada one ride at a time. Welcome to Ride Country.
Making waves across the seas. Love and joy.
Let me tell all you something. All you like too much drama. Not all you, not you guys that are here early. But the majority of all you like too much drama, Jed. Why? Why all you like drama so? I don't get it. All you listen to me. And I know what all you gonna say, you go turn on and say, I like drama, right? I am just giving all you what all you want. And what all you like drama. So yesterday we had Jexy Gibbs. Some of you guys thought it was a controversial show. It wasn't meant to be a controversial show. It was never set up to be a controversial show. There was a major accusation made against a gentleman, someone that we have been, trying to get for a long time to interview. Before I even open my mouth and say one thing, everybody started chastise me and say, oh, Junior, you don't have nothing better to do. Why are you interviewing him for? You're wasting your time. All sorts of stuff. People are saying, I'm watching Ride Along again because you like too much, all kind of thing. All kind of names they call me. People who said that they're watching this program again, this platform went to the dogs. What is it you guys doing? No. All of that stuff. I get real chastised, guys. Before I said a word, before I uttered a word, all I did, I posted the flyer. And all you take out in my skin. But guess what? Guess what? This same set of people who had the worst to say and had all these things to say was the first on the live. Why? Because they like the drama. They like the bacchanal. Yes, all you like the bacchanal, the TTV. Yeah, and and exactly the titivation. That's what they like. So we had this conversation yesterday, and someone they like the titivation so much that they messaged me today. And here what they asking me now. Here what they asking me. Here what they asking me. Am I doing part 2 of Jexy Gibbs today? Today. Like, all you like too much bacchanal. Too much titivation. Too much lagway. Right? Mawet. Yes, all you like the mawet. So no, we don't have part 2 today. Today is something very important that I want everybody to pay attention to. So the same set of energy all you had yesterday, the same set of energy all you had yesterday when all you was sharing, when all you was putting it and tagging people, I want all you to do this today because today is even more important. Today is even more important. Deanna Winterfunde is a world-renowned legal professional, lawyer extraordinaire, immigration. She's been doing this for umpteen years on this program here. And whenever you see she dedicate her time, she could be making thousands of dollars on the phones, consultation. But no, she said, you know what? I'm going to take the time and come and ride along because she cares, right? So I want her to give the same set of energy. The same set of energy for Deanna Winterfunde today. Tag like if all you're going crazy. Tag like if all you're going mad. You get me? Followers. Follow, everybody follow, add followers. Do it right now, guys. Show the world that all you don't like titivation, mawet. Eh? Let me do it too. Let me add followers. Add followers. Yeah, add followers. Thank you, Lenora. Augustine, thank you so much for add followers. We appreciate you so much. You see? Exactly. Same energy, same energy. The same energy. Let me do it too. Denise, thank you so much. The same energy. That's what I'm talking about. Let me do it too. Exactly. Dora, thank you so much. The same energy. Everybody, guys, because we're talking about something very important and necessary. I'm putting everything away and I'm tagging. Let me see. I don't want to keep Deanna Winterfunde waiting, but I just want to make sure that every single person is watching this. This is why we need to pay attention, guys. Listen to this.
BP Home, where today I
Listen
signed
this.
an executive order to launch the first ever self-deportation program for illegal aliens. We are making it as easy as possible for illegal aliens to leave America. Any illegal alien can simply show up at an airport and receive a free flight out of our country. We have also launched a phone app called CBP Home. That's CBP Home, where illegals can book a free flight to any foreign country. As long as it's not here, you can go anywhere you want. We're also adding a very important exit bonus for illegals to further incentivize their self-deportation. This deportation bonus will save American taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. What Biden did to this country can never be explained, will never, ever be accepted. Eventually, when the illegals are gone, it will save us trillions of dollars. However, if illegal aliens choose to remain in America, they're remaining illegally and they will face severe consequences. Illegal aliens who stay in America face punishments including significant jail time, enormous financial penalties, confiscation of all property, garnishment of all wages, imprisonment and incarceration, and sudden deportation in a place and manner solely of our discretion. So to all illegal aliens, book your free flight right now. We want you out of America, but if you're really good, we're going to try and help you get back in. Thank you.
Deanna Winterfundy, my sister, how are you?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. We're listening to a madman speaking.
Ah, Lord, Deanna, give me a little less headroom. Go up a bit.
Go
I'm
up
seeing
some
a
more.
lot of top, a lot
A
of
lot
top.
of
So
top.
just adjust,
Hold on.
adjust that a bit.
I've been fighting with it. Let me go over here and stand and you tell me.
No problem. Let me see.
How's this one?
Yeah, perfect. It
Perfect.
is.
All right, sir.
All
Perfect.
right. Yeah.
Perfect, you say. We'll do perfect. We'll do
Yes.
perfection. Good evening, sir. Good evening. How are you, Junior? How are you?
I am good. And I am better because you're here. Because first and foremost, Diane, when I saw this earlier this week, I was debating if if it really was a AI generated clip. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't sure because AI doing all kind of things these days. So I wasn't sure. So I say I need to call you and hear from you if you could authenticate this and plus talk about so many other things that's going around. First and foremost, Diane, welcome back because I know you was in South
Thank
Africa.
you.
You was in South
Thank you.
Africa,
Ghana.
Ghana.
West
Wow,
Africa. Yes. I was in
Vegas, and
West
you
Africa.
travel in the world. That's what success
Yes.
looks like.
Ah, that's what work looks like.
Yeah.
That's what the work looks like.
I hear you. I hear you. Okay, good. So tell me about this DNA. Is this for real? Is this serious stuff?
Not only is it serious, good evening, right along family. Good evening, right along family. Your girl, attorney Deani Winterfunde here. Not only is it not AI generated, it is real. That is the president of the United States speaking in true effect. And what he says is actually true. In fact, the bonus is $1,000. So there is the exit bonus, as he likes to put it. So long as you're here, so long as you're undocumented, and if you want to leave willingly, you can go. The president talks about this means and ways to come back. There's no means and ways to come back. Let's start there. It's not like he's saying, you know what, just go home, go to your US consulate, and then you come back. That's not what this is about. This is mass deportation. So essentially, the president is asking you to help him deport yourself if you're undocumented. By undocumented, Jay, we mean you have no papers. You're not a green card holder. You're not a United States citizen. You're not holding a valid B1, B2. You're not holding a valid nothing. So we're putting you in a bucket, calling you undocumented.
Wow. Is this
Yes, sir.
unprecedented? Has this ever been done before?
I would
In your
like to
administration?
think maybe the last time we saw something like that was in, pre-World War II, World War One, when we had some things. But what this current administration is doing, I am going to go out on a limb, a very short limb, and say it is unprecedented.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's first talk about who will be mostly affected by this.
Everybody who is not a citizen or a green card holder is up for grabs. Under this administration, Jay, I feel like nobody is safe. The only people that are truly safe are United States citizens and lawful permanent residents. Everybody else that have something going on with them. Remember, I said you're undocumented, you're not holding anything valid to live in the country, you are not safe. So you came across the border, you're not safe. You entered on a B1, a visitor's visa, and you decided to overstay, you're not safe. You came on your H1B and you overstayed, you're not safe. You came on your B1, B2, and you're using it for the purposes not intended. You're out here working, you're violating the terms, you are not safe. Let me tell you this by the numbers, Jay. In the first 100 days, when did the president come in? January? What date? It feels like it's been 3 years.
It feels like it's 3 years.
It feels like this president has been in office. I feel like I'm going gray, like this man has been
Yeah.
around forever, but it hasn't been. I think we crossed the first 100 days maybe a couple weeks ago.
True. Yes. Just the other
Here's
day.
here's some here's some numbers to kind of get us started. He claims, the administration claims they've deported 142,000 individuals. 142,000 individuals have been deported, according to them. Of that, about 50,000 we're saying were true deportations.
Uh-huh.
The rest of it is a mixed bag, meaning, Mr. President, you might have messed up. You might have messed up. You might have sent the wrong person home for the wrong reason.
So what about a prioritization of the criminals? What about, because we spoke about this before, the people who are on the
Mhm,
priority list. Is that still a thing?
mhm. I don't know, Jay. When you're in Grenada, you ever go fishing?
Yeah, all the
I don't
time.
know. You ever go fishing and you say, today I want to catch me a nice, I'm going to throw out my net and all I want is a red snapper.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to catch me a red snapper and I want a couple lobsters. And that's what I want for my dinner. But I'm going to throw my net out in the ocean. And all I'm praying for is a lobster, a couple red snapper. Jay, you're a man from the Caribbean. When you throw that net out, what is coming up in that net? A
All
couple
sorts of
US
things.
citizens, a
Mm-hmm.
couple US citizens' children who their parents are undocumented, maybe
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's here waiting to go in front of the judge. We've had clients that are waiting for their day in court, meaning they're doing everything the immigration system says and they were deported. Deported from under. This is like the rapture. I think the Bible talked about this. I think this is what the Bible meant by the rapture. People are
Mm.
just being taken. So when the president throws out the net, with all good intentions in some cases, I'm not saying it's all bad, because he did say when he came into power, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of some of the people that have crimes and stuff. But when you throw that net out, we're getting lobster, we're getting shark, we're getting minnow, we're getting some little tick tick, we're getting all of the things that do not belong in that net. And
So
that is what's happening.
what about due process? Because you're saying deported, but we spoke about due process before, where people had to go through the courts before deportation. What happened to that?
You and I spoke a bit about due process before Trump too. What the president now has says is in the safety, national interest of the United States, which is under the Constitution a part of his presidential power, right? So he can do that. So he's waiving. It's almost like he's waived due process for many people. They're not getting their due process, not under this administration. This is some Hitler type thing happening around us.
Wow.
That's how bad it's gotten. That is how bad it has gotten,
So
Jay.
due process out the window. It's not going in front of the court and go in and talk to the court and wait and then the court decide. None of that.
Out the window. The due process, you and I used to, guys, you know what? When Jay and I used to talk, listen, when you get pulled over, the next step is that you're going to go in front of a judge. That is out the window. You saw the flights to El Salvador. There have been Cuban flights. There's been all these flights that have just, it's the net goes out. So some people, they've already had their day in court. But when the
Mhm.
president throws that wide net out, he's picking up everybody. He's picking up those that never had their day in court, and they're not stopping to do their triage. They're not stopping to say, let me differentiate this person from that person. You saw the gentleman that was deported to El Salvador. The court ruled that he should be returned. Jay, he ain't coming back. He's not
Mm.
coming back.
You said
He's
something
not coming
earlier
back.
there where you said that, US citizens and permanent resident are safe. But are they really? Are we really?
And you know what? Months ago, I'd be like, yes, Jay, US citizens are safe. I'm gonna say on let's put it on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna put US citizens safety, especially not born here, at least naturalized. I'm gonna put us at a 9. We're warm, we're good. Green card
Mm.
holders, I'm putting you at a 7 or a 6. Because
Mm.
now we have to
You know?
put our status on the spectrum. Why? Because this man is getting away with so much. You ever see somebody say, "I'm gonna get away with murder"? This
Mm.
man he's getting away, and it's almost like there's nobody to stop him. There's
Mhm.
no one to stop him. No one to stop him.
So what about all these undocumented or people that did work like pick apples and work on farms and work that Americans don't do, and a lot of work that is essentially needed here in America. What happened to
Mhm.
this employment? Because I know the I think the mayor or the governor in Florida attempted to do that, and then he just abandoned it. What happened to this
That
class of people?
though, I think your orange juice may start to go up. Your strawberries may start to go up. Why? Because that was a labor market. Those individuals supported a labor market inside of the United States. That labor market is being affected. The
Absolutely.
landscapers, we had a client, he was driving on his truck, he's on the landscaper truck, and they stopped him for driving without a license. Of course, he's undocumented, and he was detained. Today we were able to get bond, so we were able to get him out of the clause of immigration, but now he's placed into deportation. So
Oh,
all those industries are being, not even going to be affected, Jay. They are being affected. They are being
wow.
affected.
Okay. What about visitors? Because people want to know about that, right? Visitors, people they came in, they got 3 months, 4 months, or 6 months, or whatever the case is. I mean, they're fine because they're still within the I-130, right? They're still safe within the time frame, correct?
Yes, they are. However, be very careful because make sure how they're screening visitors now. A lot of them are getting stopped at the airport with their B1, B2. They're getting stopped first of all when you're landing. If you land, I came in on a flight from Ghana. Trust me, ICE was there waiting. Customs and Border Patrol were there waiting. Right. So those individuals with arriving with their visitors visas, they're going to be scrutinized more. You came here last year for 6 months, you're coming here this year for 6 months again. What's going on? Are you working in the US illegally? Why are you back? So you are going to be scrutinized a lot more. So they have to be careful.
What are you seeing mostly from your everyday? What type of clientele do you see most?
So our clientele is majority the Hispanic community. We do have from the Caribbean, I'd say about we represent our makeup is about 30% from the Caribbean and about 70% from the 60% from the Hispanic market and about 10% other, meaning they're from other parts of the world. So that's our makeup. But I can tell you, Jay, all communities, the black and brown communities are being impacted. There isn't, the Haitians are being impacted, the Jamaicans everybody is being impacted. So long,
Wow.
once they belong to that undocumented community, they are being impacted.
Okay, so I said we opened up the phone lines early, guys, because I know that there are a lot of questions,
Hmm.
anxiety. Because I remember
Hmm.
me, I walked that. I was undocumented for about 10 years, and I know the feeling. Hence the reason why I'm so passionate about immigration. I know the feeling. So if you're sitting there right now and you may have some questions, you want to type it up, you want to voice note it, you want to call in, please give us a call. We may be able to give you some answers to your question. The number on the screen again, 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. Or wait for the call funding. So what are you advising your clients now?
All right. So if you're not in any kind of immigration process, meaning, Jay, you come here and you've been sitting around for the last 5, 10, 15 years, your time is up. Under this administration, your time is up. You came in all this time, your time is up. Your time is
Mhm.
up. You have to do something. You have to find a way out. The president is saying if you're just sitting here after 14 days and you're not doing anything, you come into the country and it's now, 200 days, 300 days, you name it, your time is up. You
Mhm.
must do something. You have to do something. For those of you that are going through your process, meaning you filed an application, but you may be waiting for the interview, or you filed an application and you're waiting to go in front of the judge, have those documents with you at all times. So if you get pulled over for driving without your driver's license, or you get pulled over, you can say to the ICE officer, look, I have an attorney, I'm represented by counsel, I have a court date, and you can advocate for yourself.
Yeah. A question that came in from Lloyd Judas, she's asking why the government put green card holders as visitors. I'm not fully aware of it. I don't know if you know of it.
I'm not
Or if,
sure what she means.
okay. Lois JJ, probably you could give us some more details on what you're saying. So 718-701-5720, guys, the number you could call in live right now. Funde, so what about people who are in the process? So you're married, and you know there's a process where there's a 6 months or 8 months wait. Um, aren't you now open up yourself to ICE to say, okay, well, I am undocumented. Here I am. Come get me.
I think, Jay, it's six is one, half dozen is the other. You are open to ICE when you're here undocumented, right? They know where you are. For those people, especially those that are going through marriage-based green card and or asylum, what the president has said is scrutinize those applications even more. Remember, there's a freeze on green cards for asylees. If you're going through asylum and your application is either approved or pending, the president has said extra scrutiny. For marriage-based green cards, they're going to be giving you, not going to, they're giving you an absolutely warm time. For marriage-based green cards, I've seen, number one, full-on interrogation at that interview.
Oh,
So for those, yes, for those of you that are okay, you come in on a B1, B2, J, me and you're the citizen. I'm a visitor. I have my B1, B2. We get married. You file for me, so I can now adjust my status inside of the United States. In the past 2-3 years, what we have been seeing is they would have just approved these applications without an interview. Everybody is getting an interview, and these are not interviews. We've been in them. We were in them yesterday. We're in Baltimore. We're in all the jurisdictions. They are interrogations. This is not a little, oh, what is your name? Where do you live? This is a full on interrogation. Full
wow.
on interrogation to make sure the marriage is real and that there's no fraud being attempted. So for those people that are in process, you file the application, you're waiting for your date, get prepared because like I said, it's no longer an interview, it is now an interrogation. You're being separated. You walk into the building, they're putting you in one room, your person in the other room, and they're asking you all these crazy questions. They're all over the place. I've had clients where the officer tells them, but by the way, you bought this piece of property. Your husband's name is not on it. Your wife's name is not on it. They are doing due diligence. It's no longer an interview, full on interrogation.
Wow. Um, this question here comes in on the chat. Is it okay for my husband to file for citizenship? His green card, he's a green card holder.
If he qualifies, Jay, I think you can answer that. That is a
Yeah,
no-brainer.
absolutely.
If he qualifies, that is a no. I wouldn't even ask that question. If he qualifies, it's a no-brainer. Apply for citizenship.
Right. And if you just want to give them the qualification guidelines.
Yeah. So 5 years, if you've had your green card for 5 years, you're eligible for naturalization. If you've been married to a US citizen and you're still married, you can apply for your green card after the 3-year mark. You can apply for the green card after the 3-year mark.
All right. Okay, we got a caller on the line. Let's take this call. Well, the caller hung up, and let's try to get a call again. Caller, are you there? Hello? 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 Hello, caller, are you hearing me? All right. You snooze, you lose. 718-701-5720, guys. When you call, we could hear you. Just go ahead. You could hear me. Just go ahead and speak. Listen to us on the on the phone line, not on the television. There'll be a major delay. All right. So listen to us on the phone line. Dear Funde, the person calling back again. Let me try that call.
Okay.
That's the third time they called. Let me make sure that I'm not messing up on my end. Caller, you live? Could you hear me?
Yeah, Johnny, I could hear you.
All right, cool. Go ahead with your question.
Okay. Yeah, Johnny, I have a girlfriend, right? Okay, and here's the problem that she have. She was married to this man, and then at the time of the interview, the guy didn't show up. So they end up denying her. Then it happened that her dad tried to file her papers, But since that she had the first denial, they end up denying her again. Now, after a couple of years now, she married to the citizen now, and then he wanted to file the paper. But they're saying, because of the denial, that it will be a problem. So then I want to ask Miss Winter if she could do anything to help this girl. Thank you.
All right. So,
All right. Go ahead.
all right. Thank you, caller. So it sounds like it's a friend of his. She had an interview, no show. The husband no showed, right? So they went in, husband no show. So they denied. Typically, if we do immigration math, once that husband no showed, they probably found some kind of little bit of fraud. We don't know. I'd have to see the denial letter because they can say, look, this marriage was probably not above board. So he didn't show whatever. I'd have to see that denial letter. That's number one. Now we have the same person having a second application filed by a dad. What I do know is that as a U.S. citizen father filing for an adult child in the United States, they're not eligible to adjust. They'd have to go home and come back. They're not eligible to adjust like the marriage. So that's number two. So now this person is building an immigration history and it doesn't look good. We have a denial. After this denial, a lot of times they send them to deportation. She may have gotten a letter to go see the judge. I don't know or not, right? I'd have to do a little bit more deep dive. Then we have the same person, Junior, now married another U.S. citizen. So we have marriage number one, daddy filing, marriage number three. Something under application 1 or 2 could be spoiling the number 3. So we'd have to lift the hood on this case, see if there was maybe a removal order or some accusation of fraud. I'd have to see what that is so that we can then now fix these things and then look at the current marriage to make sure it's a real marriage. Is this something we can help with? Absolutely. Is this something we've done in the past? Absolutely. So whenever you start building an immigration history, guys, it gets rougher. It's your first application, not too bad. When you have to refile under something else, it starts to get rocky. And now we have an individual that has filed 3 applications for a green card with the United States government 3 times. So we'd have to look at all of that and try to clean up the mess. That is something, Jay, we can help with in our firm.
Absolutely. And then we make sure, guys, you take the number. Very important. Take the number. We'll give it to you a couple times. This question here on the chat is: if you are married to a U.S. citizen, can you file your application?
I imagine you're asking, you're here undocumented, you're married to a U.S. citizen. I would say yes, file. It depends on your age, Valjohn. It depends on your age for you not to go home.
Okay.
If you're over 21, if you're over 21, it's going to be a problem because you've accrued what we call unlawful presence. So this is specific. I said this woman, because he told me married, dad, that, I know she's over 21 years old.
Right. Okay. What we'll take it there, 718-701-5720. What about domestic travel? I know we touched on that already, but isn't it more difficult now, or should you really reserve your domestic travel, especially by air?
When it comes to domestic travel, Jay, we know as of May 7th, we now have the Real ID Act in place. Remember, I don't want to give this man any credit for this because this act came into place in 2005, post 9/11, saying everybody must have a real ID in order to move domestically. The act describes what a real ID is. I don't know. Have you looked at your driver's license lately, Jay?
Yeah.
What is on it? Have you gotten one lately?
I don't have a real ID.
Oh, we're going to put, but you have a U.S. passport. We'll leave that.
Yeah,
The U.S. passport. So
that.
you're different.
Yeah.
For example, here, Florida has accepted Real ID years ago. So our driver's license has a star on it to show that it complies with the Real ID Act. Guys, let me break it down to you. Don't think it's fancy. All it means, to get a certain ID, you need certain documents.
Right.
And then what they do, whatever ID you get, because you have all these documents, they tag it to say this person is Real ID compliant. Guess what is Real ID compliant? A passport valid from your home country. It's on the Real ID list. So all of you that don't have an ID from your home country,
Mhm.
Go get a passport. It is on the list of what is real ID compliant.
I see.
Why do they do this, guys? They just want to track you, who's who, when you come through the airports. I tested it. I used my Jamaican passport to go through New York JFK. I was on my way to Ghana. I did not leave with my US passport. I just wanted to test the real ID. It works.
Mm.
Granted, if I didn't have a US passport, I couldn't come back in. But that's a story for another day. The real ID is for you for domestic travel. What's going to happen? If you don't have a real ID and you're in an airport, they're just going to pull you to the side, and one question is going to lead to the other. Who are you? Where you're from? What's your status? And that is where you can get in trouble. So I would say for domestic travel, if you don't have to go, I would sit tight. You don't want to get caught up in the mess right now. If you don't have to go on domestic travel, I would say not right now. Sit tight.
Mm. That is sad.
Yes.
Because I went to Pittsburgh over the weekend, and I saw some people pulled to the side, and I was just thinking,
Yes.
why? This was not an international flight. This was a basic. It's like going on the
Yes.
block,
Yes.
and they were pulled to the side.
Yes.
Strange.
And even at your airport, New York's JFK, you have a lot more uniforms walking around. By uniforms, I mean LEOs, law enforcement officers, very active when you get off your flight. A lot of those flights, you have Customs and Border Patrol, you have ICE, you have a lot more presence for people to stop you and ask you questions. So I would just be, like I tell my clients, if you have to go look for somebody, have them come look for you. You don't go, let them come.
Yeah. 718-701-5720. Are people still flooding to get married and not married, but to change their status through marriage now? Is it still a flood?
Yes, it's still the most common and simplest way for somebody to get status inside of the United States. So that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Which is why at the top of the hour when we started, we talked about how scrutinized these marriages are getting. They're becoming interrogations. Why? So many people are using that avenue in order to gain status in the United States. Why, Jay? It's one of the easiest ways. It's one of the fastest ways to get a green card. I know people complain, oh, I submitted my application 2 years ago and I'm still waiting. It's not a long time. It's not a long time. I hate to put it to you. It's still one of the fastest ways. Marriage to a US citizen, still one of the fastest ways to gain citizenship inside of the United States.
Is the USCIS weaponizing and racial profiling people? Do you think that is happening?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, without a doubt. Because Jay, you and I have talked about this over the years. Like with our lighter complexion folks, there's like a line for them, a different line. And I don't mean a physical line. There's a different pathway for them. And we saw this week when we saw that 46 white South Africans.
Yes.
These are people that have been racist. They've supported apartheid. They've benefited from apartheid. They have colonized Southern Africa, South Africa to be exact. And now they're saying it's kind of like, oh, it's reverse racism. And now all of them were fast tracked. And if we put this into context, Jay, remember the president already blocked refugees coming into the United States. The president blocked asylum applications, put a freeze on them and asked for them to be. And then all these people, we have over 20,000 refugees waiting outside of the country to come in. Yet all these people were fast tracked. Private plane was sent for them. They were given a hero's welcome. You saw they had American flags. When was the last time you saw a bunch of refugees with high-ranking officials there waving American flags? You tell me when was the last time you saw that in this country. You tell me the last time you heard MAGA being quiet. The whole MAGA family. When was the last time we heard them being super quiet when a plane load of refugees landed in this country? It doesn't happen. But all of us are distracted watching Puffy and watching everything else.
What about is it an asylum freeze?
Yes, there is. So the president has said anybody who's applying for a green card, maybe that's what they were asking earlier. They're freezing it for all applications to be again looked over and made sure none of them were fraudulent. Fraudulent, yes. So there is a freeze. Even if you got approved, even if you are approved, they're freezing the green card. You can still apply, but they want the service to do a full on review.
Yeah. Folks talk about, the silencing of the most vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
in our community. So what voice now asylum seekers and the most vulnerable have? What is the next step? What can they do from here?
You know what, Jay? Don't leave. Don't follow the president with his exit plan. A lot of asylum seekers are going to get caught up in that churn because majority of these applications will be denied. A lot of them will be, we're seeing it already. A lot of them are being denied. They're being fast tracked through deportation. They're being fast tracked, like denied here, go over there, fast tracked. So for a lot of asylum seekers, if you've applied for asylum or if you applied for anything for that matter, keep putting your application together. Don't just submit it and say, oh, I'm waiting for a receipt notice. Continue to build out your application.
Right, right. Again, guys, 718-701-5720, speaking here with Diane Winterfunde. A lot to digest, right? A lot to digest in terms of U.S. immigration procedures. The new U.S. immigration, it seems like it's now on crack. It went from 0 to 100 real fast.
Quick,
Real fast.
quick.
Quick, right? Diane, in reference to what we spoke about initially, when the president asking people to leave, do you think they should heed and leave, or do you think that they should find a way to stay in the United States? What's your take?
All right. I have to say, I would not be quick to leave. Before you leave, I want you to look at how you came in, what you have been doing, and keep in mind, once you leave, you have deported yourself, Junior. So I would rather say, look, I'm here already. I have a husband, he's a citizen or a green card holder. I have a child who's a citizen, or I have an application that is pending. I would stay and see it through. You're not going to get a medal when you land in, because the president is saying you can land anywhere. From the moment he says that, Jay, that should be ringing a bell. The president says, just leave. You can land anywhere you want, just not in the US. That is deportation, because when you're deporting someone, that is what they do. If you're coming from New York, you can't land in Florida and then connect to Jamaica. You got to land in Panama, the country of Panama. You can land anywhere you want. You can't land in the US. That's what this is. This is deportation. So if I were you and I'm thinking things ain't right, this ain't right, I would not leave. I would first talk to a professional. Sit with your family and have a long and hard conversation. You may have bought a house in the US. You have a little job. You may have acquired some assets. You may have children that are citizens. Leaving for some is not so easy. It's not so easy. I would not leave without sitting down and talking to her. I would talk to my pastor. I'm talking to my family members. I'm having a whole conversation on what leaving looks like. And every chance I have, or any chance that I didn't take with immigration, I would take it now. Because for some people in Jay, they've been married for years and didn't file no paper, because they're scared. They have their child who can file for them, they're not doing. Some people can go home on a waiver and come back, oh, I'm not leaving. Now is the time to start looking at your immigration options and say, you know what? Let me put this iron in the fire. Let me put this iron in the fire. Let me turn up the fire on this one. Let me hire a proper lawyer. Let me go pay a consultation fee to a lawyer and see where I stand. Then you have that information and then you decide, boy, the lawyer tell me said nothing can be done for me. Let me make me exit. And you make an exit plan. Because remember, the country you left is not the country you're going back to. The country you left when you came to the US is not. I left Jamaica 30 years ago and I go back every year. I go back every month, sometimes twice a month, and it's still not the Jamaica that I left.
Yeah,
So
true.
for a lot of people, it's not, let me just pack this bag and I'm going to land and I'm going to get an award from the president or your countryman is going to come out. First of all, the house you left, your family done lived in it. They've moved in it. So life has changed. So this has like a social, like kind of a social aspect to it.
Right.
So I wouldn't say just leave, Jay.
What
I
about
wouldn't
the
say
other
just leave.
repercussions? As the president outlined, not leaving would mean that your wages would be garnished. All these different repercussions that could happen.
I'm staying. I'm staying.
Yeah,
I would stay. 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 I would stay.
yeah, yeah. 718-701-5720, guys. This is a difficult decision for a lot of people, right? Particularly for some people who go to high school, the young kids or teenagers that go to high school. Could they be picked up in school?
Some of the schools in some of the states are doing a little bit of pushback where they're not allowing ICE. So prior to this, Jay, prior to this administration, I'd say, Jay, schools are safe, church is safe, certain places are safe. It seems to me that ICE has no boundaries, no borders right now. Some of the schools are doing a little pushback where they're not allowing any kind of enforcement within their halls. But I'm gonna go on a limb and say they can be picked up anywhere because we're seeing the videos with children being pulled apart from their parents, mothers running trying not to be detained. But I would say I'd go back to saying, look, if you have an application, make sure you have it on you. Make sure you have it on you.
Marlene is asking, is it best of a permanent residence or five year to file for their citizenship?
I think it's mandatory. If you have a green card, if you're sitting in this room and you have a green card, you must file for naturalization so long as you're eligible.
Right. Okay. We got a call on the line. Let's take this call. Caller live. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling outside of the United States.
Okay, no problem, caller. Go right ahead.
I have a question for Madam Deontay.
Yes.
I am listening to the program keenly, and I hear her keep repeating to the immigrants in America, do not leave, do not leave, do not leave. But the majority of illegal immigrants has rent to pay. They have to eat. They have other normal daily things to do to live as a normal human beings, right? Human beings. And when you tell them, do not leave, how are they surviving? They're scared to go to work. They're scared to leave the house. How can they maintain such a way of life of scared and unable to take care of themselves? What advice do she have for them? As she said, stay. But what can they do to maintain their daily life? What do you have to say to them?
Right.
Caller, I hear you. I hear you. What we do know is that we have a president that is violating human rights. If you leave, you've been living here, caller, for 5-10 years, and you leave, and some of these lawsuits go through and we're successful, we cannot bring you back. The United States is not letting you back in. So you're going to be sitting in your home country and you're going to be calling me to say, Miss Winter, I think I qualify, I think I fit. The United States government is not bringing you back. If you have a life established in your home country, and that is why I say sit with your family. For some people, it might be an easy decision, Jay. You know why? They live here for 5-10 years. They built a home back home. They have a little business going. Their children are grown. They're US citizens. They're grown. For some people, Carla, it's an easy decision. For others, like my mother, when my mother came in the 80s.
I see. But I see homelessness. I see some people who will end up being homeless, Madam Winterfonte. Because when ICE is on their back, they cannot go to work. How would they pay their rent? How would they eat? People will become homeless in the United States. it's very scary. Do you have a program or is there an organization that is there for these people to help them out in situations like undercover? Listen, I know I'm a legal immigrant. I cannot go back home, but is there an organization or a group who can go to and say, please, and pay my rent or something?
I agree
I
with you.
understand what you're saying, but I'm looking at it in that aspect. It's very worrying.
It is absolutely worrying. We do have some sanctuary cities. Let me just report to you, caller. I know you're calling from outside the US. Up until January of this year, majority of the immigrants that came across the border were living in hotels paid for by the government. So there were options. Junior, you saw it in New York
Yeah.
City for 3, 4, 5, 6 years living in hotels, beautiful hotels paid for by the United States government. So January, February, March, April, May, for the last 5 months, this president is cracking down. I am saying to immigrants, what is your immigration plan? Sit with your family, caller. If in the last 3, 4 months, things kind of get sideways for you, sit with your family members. Have an exit plan. I'm not saying don't leave. I said don't leave without sitting, talking to your pastor, talking to your family members, calling up the family members back home. Have a decision before you just throw all your things in a basket and leave. I get the calls all the time, Junior, for people who packed their bags and left. I cannot help you back. All I can say to you is when you're here, caller, you said, what do I say? Explore your options. Junior and I have been doing this since 2018. When I saw how much money immigrants were undocumented people were getting from the system, caller, I was begging. I said, this is going to come to a stop. They're bragging about how they went to that state and got a driver's license, how much welfare, how much food stamp, how much social issues they were. I knew it was going to come to a stop, and we begged our communities, normalize yourself, legalize yourself. So I'm saying at this point, you're in the frying pan. Don't jump out into the fire. Make an exit plan. Don't just pack your bags and leave. Make an exit plan. I hope that helps, caller.
Thank you, caller, for it.
Okay, I would say that I'm calling from Canada, right? I'm a Canadian citizen, but the way how things are going, what would you advise us as Canadian citizens when it comes to visit the US? What advice do you have for us?
Canadian citizens are fine in that you have a beautiful home country. This battle is not for you. We can't insert. I would not, as a Canadian, I would not, as an American citizen, pretend like this battle is about me. I'm empathetic to the ones that are in the battle. So I wouldn't insert myself, caller, and said, oh my God, I'm a Canadian citizen. Nothing, stay in your country. And let's empathize with those people that have a true problem, meaning they live in the United States, caller. This is not about you and I. You're a Canadian citizen. I'm a Canadian citizen. It is unfair for you to say, what about me? I want to talk to the mother, like you said, who is sitting in that house, don't have no papers, can't go to work, can't feed their family. We cannot make this, Junior, this is not about you. This is not about me. We're citizens. This is about our community that is hurt, that is affected. If all Canadian citizens can think about how do I visit the United States, you don't have a problem, caller. Let's make this about
Did
those
you hear about
people.
Did you hear about the Canadian lady who came and they locked up and all sort of things, and she went through some serious problems? She was just by visiting the United States.
And that's my point.
Going in America, we are looking on, and we are really looking on and rethinking what's best, what can happen in a split second. Because
I think as Canadians
are being affected when they visit the US.
Let me say this. As Canadians, you should be empathizing with the undocumented Americans whose lives are being turned upside down, who have applied as refugees and cannot get in because they're being harmed. I would want us to focus on them, not on us. It's very selfish for me to say I'm a citizen and, oh my God, what about me? How am I going to come back into? No, it's not about us. It's not about you, caller. It's not about me. We're talking about.
But I have to think as well, because I don't want to come to visit America and then I get stuck because of the.
Don't come. If anything, you'll get deported to Canada. Caller, they'll deport you to Canada. You'll be fine. Because if you get stuck, they'll deport you to Canada. I'm talking about the individuals that left Grenada, Jamaica, 10, 15, 20 years. They're almost stateless, right? I'm talking about those people. Like you said, they don't have any money for food or
Okay.
anything, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, Madam Fonte, I wish you well in your profession, and I hope that you will be
Thank you.
successful in
Thank you.
great changes for the people who really need the help. You know, I give
Thank
them
you
my
so much.
blessings and keep working for them. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you all so
You-
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
You're
caller.
welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
718-701-5720 is our number. We're almost at that timestamp where
Not already.
it's time flies when you're having fun. You know, funny, is that something there that I want to echo, right? Since 2018, myself and Funday, we've been sitting here and begging you guys to sort out your documents, get your papers intact. Just do what you got to do. A lot of people never listen. In fact, I started the program saying about the bacchanal that people like, they like that type of things, right? They watch all sorts of different stuff, but the real thing that they're supposed to do, they don't. Jimmy, I'm on the live right now. I'll call you back. I'm on. Someone, a friend of mine, just called me there. Yeah. So they ignored. And when I remember we being on here Funday, and we have 100 people, if so much.
Yes.
And we
I
used to
remember.
bring them. Share this program. This is important. Now everybody's paying attention now when they should be paying attention before. Now the pot is boiling.
Yes.
It is serious. Right?
Boiling, boiling, boiling. And then, Jay, as citizens, though, like for the citizens that are watching the live, whether you're Canadian citizens, US citizens, we must be empathetic to individuals that are not. Stop worrying about your vacation, guys. That's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is about, like the caller said, people that are locked inside of their homes, afraid to leave. They can't go to work. Not that they can't. They run the risk of, they don't want to be detained, right? Their whole world is being turned upside down. So I think we have to make sure the conversation is about these individuals. What can we do as citizens? Can we have meals delivered to a family? Can we, pay for a consultation for a family member? What are some things that we can do as US citizens? If ICE is in the neighborhood, can you go ask them who they're looking for to kind of distract a little bit? Can we do that? I know I would. If ICE comes to my neighborhood, trust and believe I'm going out there to have a conversation. Take me, Mr. ICE officer. Take me. Are we willing to do that, or are we just sitting around doing nothing? We can be active advocates. We can share this program. We can reach out to someone and say, hey, I saw Junior do this program. I wonder if this affects you. Bring advocates into your church, into the space, so they can share some of this information. Yes, there are plenty lawsuits that have been filed, which is why I'm saying to individuals, we're just at the 100-day mark. I would not leave now. I would not make the plan to leave now, because there's a lot of lawsuits. This judge says this, then the president does this. This judge does that, then so there's been a little tata. I would want the dust to settle, Junior, before I packed my bags and go.
Absolutely. Point well taken there. And I hope people are listening. I really hope people are listening to you, Funday, and paying attention and would call. Give them your number, Funday, so everyone could put it on their fridge and make that call. Give them the number they can call.
Absolutely. So our number is 813-807-7015. And I'll repeat, 813-807-7015. Call our office. We're based in Tampa, Florida, but we'll go where you are. Call our office, set up a consultation, and we'll definitely look at your case. I've been talking about this forever, the immigration health checkup. Let's just look, like the caller said, this person married that one. Let's just look at you as a whole and see what's going on with you and how we can be of assistance. Tell them, my Ride Along family, remember, you get priority in our firm. Tell them you're from Ride Along so we can move you along. Yeah, I love that. Tell them you're from Ride Along so we can move you along.
I like
Tell
that.
them you're from Ride Along so we can move you along.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Again, the number to call, guys, is 813-807-7015. And we know after this program, everyone's going to call me and say, Junior, what about this? What about that? I am not a legal expert, right? So that's why we do this program, so you could call in during the time and ask your question. After the program, I don't know, because I just don't know, right? So call, make that consultation. Call 813-807-7015 and make that consultation with the number one immigration attorney, Deanna Winter-Fonde. It doesn't get any better. And you guys know Deanna Winter-Fonde is the one who made me get my citizenship, because I was going to hold his green card until it turned purple. It's gonna turn
Till it
purple
turn
in my hand.
blue. Till it
Yeah,
turn blue. It
blue.
have been red in your I bet now you would be sitting, be like, you'd be calling me, Funde. You think I could travel? You say, Jay,
Exactly.
get off my phone. I would have tell her, Jay, get off my phone. Let me talk to Landy. Get off my phone. Don't talk to me. I would be done. I would be done with you, my brother, because we've had this conversation.
Let me tell
That's
you,
one of the first thing I said, Jay, let's get you. And I didn't even know this day was coming. It's not like my crystal ball said, but I just know that being a U.S. citizen carries it carries a little bit of weight. You come through
yeah,
that airport. I don't even use my passport to come through the airport. I go and I put my little eye in the machine, and they say, "Welcome home, Miss Winter," and I
yeah.
walk right through. I
That's
don't
it.
even open my passport. They don't even look at it.
They don't. They just put that camera on you. You just, okay, welcome home, and that's it.
Welcome home, Mr. George.
Yeah, and they just walk straight in.
And you
Yeah,
walk right through. You go about your business.
yeah, yeah.
So
It's
they're gonna
easy.
have to wrestle that out of my fingers. I'll be in my grave holding on to that U.S. passport and them trying to take it from me. Not
Yeah,
happening. Not
yeah.
happening.
Funde, thank you so much. And thank you for the work that you've been doing. You are
Thank you.
such
Thank you.
a loyal person to this community, and you
Thank you.
deserve awards, accolades. You deserve all of it for everything
Thank you.
that you
Thank
have
you.
been
Thank you.
doing. Appreciate you. What you
Thank
have
you,
coming up?
sir.
What you have coming up?
Oh Jesus. Tomorrow, what am I doing? I have so much coming up. I don't know. I'm all over. I,
Give them your
I
page so they could follow your page, follow your TikTok,
Follow
and
me, guys,
everywhere
on
in social
all.
media.
I'm on TikTok, Immigration Boss on TikTok. Jay, we have at one point, we had 240 people here on TikTok following us. So I'm live on TikTok right now. Deani Winter, look for the Immigration Boss. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm doing a Meet Me in June in Atlanta. You just got to follow me to see where I am, because I'm taking this battle. I'm taking this fight to the streets where listen, I am not gatekeeping the information. When I come on here, there's whether you book a consult or not, I'm answering your question. There's no gatekeeping here. Zero. And I've always been that way. Anything you ask me about your case, I'm going to tell you. No
Absolutely. That's why we
gatekeeping.
love you.
No
That's why we
gatekeeping.
love you. That's why you're my sister.
Thank you, Jay.
All right. Deanna Winter
All right.
Funde, we'll chat again soon.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah. So, guys, you see, when I say that it's important that we pay attention, right? It's important that we pay attention. And no, yes, the excitement of this type of shows, you guys like to watch it, and we bring it to you because that's what you want to see. But you see these programs that inform our community. This is more important than any other show. So even if you share this program already, I want you to share it again, because someone in your circle could benefit from this information that we spoke about tonight. I promise you. All right? Right along live. Hold on. Let me see if that caller is calling for the program. Let me see if this caller is calling for the program. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hey. Hold on. Caller, you live? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Can I speak? Yes, hello. Can I speak to George?
Are you calling for the program?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. Are you calling for the program?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, I just got your name from Eddie. She's in the he's from Funeral Paradise.
Okay, you're not calling for the live program. You're calling for something else, right?
No, I'm asking you for you to. This is not live program, but we need you to make it video record
Okay, I got you. Oh, I got you. I'll call you right back. Okay?
Okay,
I'll call you right back, yeah. Yeah, that's a totally different something. Video production work. All right, guys. So, yes, as I was saying, this is important. You need to share this to your community, share this to your family members, share it to everyone, right? Add followers, put it in a group. Someone will call you back and thank you for it. And we are committed to continue bringing this type of information to you. No matter what, we are here. We'll be right back.
For Grenada to realize its true potential, we must all be a part of nation building. From every corner of the world, our sons and daughters carry the spirit of the Spice Isle in their hearts through culture, innovation, investment, and service. Now is the time to come home to your beautiful Tri-Island state, to reconnect with our roots, share our knowledge, to inspire our youth, and to help shape a stronger, more resilient economy for generations to come. We are all part of the collective journey to shape the future of our nation. Together, we are building a nation we are proud of, a nation defined by opportunity, unity, and purpose. Grenada is more than a place on the map. It is our heritage, our future, our home. We look forward to welcoming you.
Available online.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart! Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
So brothers and sisters, yellow!
Grenada, the month of June will come alive. 4 years ago, we made a decision to move our nation forward. Now, we are stronger and more determined than ever before.
Unity is strength, and we getting stronger.
On Sunday, June 21st, the National Democratic Congress invites you to the biggest celebration of progress, hope, and the people-centered leadership at the Montrouge Plainfield for the NDC's 4th anniversary mega rally.
Yellow fever.
Under the powerful theme, 4 years stronger, you, me, us. Thousands will gather in one voice, one heart, and one vision for Grenada's future.
Now we give them yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow fever.
Come hear the leadership shaping tomorrow. The Most Honorable Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, Honorable Andy Williams, the South Boss, Honorable Ron Redhead, Senator Claudette Joseph, Honorable Philip Telesford, and more. Experience live performances, electrifying energy, powerful messages of transformation, and the unstoppable spirit of the people of Grenada as we celebrate fathers across the nation and the world. Contact your constituency office for transportation. Bring your flags, bring your family, and most importantly, bring your yellow. Sunday, June 21st from 5 p.m. NDC Mega Rally 2026. 4 years stronger. You, me, us.
Things happening.
Looking for the perfect pre-carnival fete? Then get ready for Rhythm and Spice, a Rotary brunch experience happening Sunday, June 28th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Enjoy an afternoon of bold flavors, vibrant rhythms, and unforgettable vibes featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, plus guest artists and DJs. Early bird tickets are just $200 and available now on GoToFet.com. Dress code brunch chic, island elegance with spice-inspired tones. Hosted by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Proceeds support Rotary community projects. Rhythm and Spice, Sunday, June 28th, Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Sip, savor, socialize, support.
So, you just landed at Maurice Bishop International Airport in beautiful Grenada and need a taxi? You probably just realized that Uber doesn't work here. That's right, Grenada doesn't have Uber. But don't worry. Instead, locals and visitors alike use RideGo, the fastest growing rideshare app on the island. With just a few taps, you can request a safe, reliable, and affordable ride anywhere in Grenada. Whether you're heading to your hotel, the beach, a restaurant, or exploring the island, RideGo has you covered. No waiting, no guessing, no hassle. Download the RideGo app today and experience transportation the modern way. RideGo, moving Grenada one ride at a time. Welcome to Ride Country.
Welcome to the island's boldest ATV experience. The only tour daring enough to bring you this level of excitement, freedom, and adrenaline. Feel the power. Conquer rugged trails. Experience breathtaking views. Ride beyond the ordinary. Feel the power. This is not just a tour. This is the power of Ride ATV. Get ready for fun. Get ready for excitement. Get ready to ride. Book now at ride.gd or call 473-422-1011. Ride ATV. Adventure starts here.
Ride along live. Bringing hope with such ease. Ride along, join the dance, let's sing the song. From island to